Thank you, Rabbi Friedman and Baruch Hashem. I'm very honored to be here tonight, but I will say that was not very nice to put me after those two young professionals. What outstanding people. I do want to start off by thanking my wife, Ellen, for starting me on my journey, and as well as my family, just for allowing me the time to study and learn. I would like to share my background with everyone, which I suspect is probably not too different from all those of us who did not grow up in a religious family. I grew up in a small town in Georgia. As a kid, we kept kosher. I learned to lead services in daven. I went to Jewish summer camp, and we were a pretty typical Southern conservative Jewish family. My wife and I ultimately moved to Atlanta in 2005, and we decided to send our kids to Jewish day school. One night at the dinner table, my then second grade daughter asked me a question, a basic question about Judaism, and I realized I had no idea what she was talking about, much less how to even answer her. Up until that point, I always thought of myself as a good Jew. We kept kosher at home, we went to services regularly, we sent our kids to Jewish day school and Jewish summer camp. But I realized something was missing. I think at that time I realized that my knowledge of Judaism was really at a nursery school level. And I felt something had to change. At that time I started to go to every adult education class I could at my synagogue. And while I was learning, I felt like I was missing a systematic approach to my Jewish education. It was around that time that my wife went on the JWC trip to Israel. And when she came home, she had a renewed and invigorated attitude about Judaism, bringing Judaism into our family, celebrating Shabbat, etc. She encouraged me to go on the men's trip to Israel, sponsored by the Atlanta Scholars Kollel. As she asked me at that time, when do I, as an adult, get the opportunity to disconnect from work and all my day-to-day responsibilities and just focus on myself? The answer? Never. So I willingly went on the trip in November of 2019, and I took it all in. I participated in as much as possible to avoid coming home with regrets. We had a great group of guys, and of course, two amazing rabbis from the Kollel, Rabbi Nathaniel Friedman and Rabbi Yosef Shapiro, with whom we both become very close. Upon return, I started to study Torah with Rabbi Nathaniel Friedman and some other guys from the trip. We started with Bereshit, and we're now in our fourth year of studying, and we're moving through the Tanakh. We're studying the prophets now, reading each book and chapter from start to finish. We're currently on Isaiah, and it really is amazing, as I've never studied the Torah from start to finish. I feel that that void that I was feeling so long ago is starting to get filled. I also started to study a weekly higher level Parsha class with Rabbi Friedman as well. We started with studying Rav Hirsch's commentary on the Torah, and we completed it in 2 years. This is a separate group of dedicated guys who study ahead of time, and then we meet to discuss the Parsha. After completing the 2 years of Rav Hirsch, we've now moved on and we're studying Rashi in our first year. I also went on a men's retreat with Rabbi Friedman during the COVID pandemic, and it was a refreshing way to boost the momentum that I was feeling on my Jewish journey. When we returned, Rabbi Friedman asked if I wanted to participate in a tefillin challenge. He asked if I would wrap tefillin for 30 days. I took him up on that, and have been doing so daily for the past 3 years. So I now wrap tefillin, say Shema, and the Shemona Esrei daily, even while on vacations, as well as going to Sunday morning meetings. It really is amazing how much I have learned, but it's also amazing how much I have yet to learn. We have all heard that we're on a journey, and that is true. You just need to take this first small step and slowly build on it from there. The rabbis at the Kollel are here. They're ready, willing, and able to partner with you and learn with you. My learning has helped me become a more knowledgeable Jew, a better husband, a better father, a better friend, a better version of myself. Example, I am trying to stay away from Lashon Hara. I've started to study Torah weekly with my children as well. As I've learned, it really is my responsibility to make sure that my family stays committed to Judaism for generations to come. And I'm trying my hardest to do that. I need to express my deep appreciation to the Kollel for everything. The knowledge, the experience, the friendships, the mentoring. The Atlanta Scholars Kollel has been so transformative in my life. As I run into people, I get asked if I'm doing something Jewish or celebrating something in the halakhically correct way, and hopefully I am. But if I'm not, my answer is not no, it's just not yet. My journey has just started.